disaster. I traveled to many countries by being retinal specialist, but now I have a lecture in Thailand. Well, I think there are many reasons why we need to do retinal examination before cataract surgery. As I think Dr. Supiat said before this morning, that it is a must-do procedure before cataract surgery. And I think it is a necessary procedure before you want to implant multifocal IOL, right? If the patient had AMD and you implant refractive multifocal IOL to that patient, you may have kind of worse vision after cataract surgery, not better vision. And I think one of the reasons is also confirming the real cause of vision loss, and to explore any coexisting macular and retinal pathologies, and to determine vision prognosis after cataract surgery, and to determine peripheral retinal lesions that may progress after the surgery. Okay, we can do the retinal examination, especially the macula, many ways before cataract surgery. We can perform only like slit lamp examination using the handheld lens or contact lens very easily when the cataract is not very thick. When the cataract is thicker, we may do the indirect ophthalmoscopy. And well, for some cases, you may want to do the OCT if the device is available. And I think it's becoming standard for evaluating macula before cataract surgery. And if the cataract is kind of very, very thick, you may want to do the ultrasound. If you want to examine the peripheral retina, indirect ophthalmoscopy may be your choice if the cataract is quite thick. And the wide field imaging, the high technology, the new one, maybe the treatment, the device of choice. If you want to do that, and the cataract is not very thick, if you have that machine. And ultrasound also be very useful if the cataract is very thick. I want to talk a little bit about OCT machine, because now it's becoming standard for evaluating macula before cataract surgery. Actually, OCT performs imaging by measuring the echo or backscatter or back-reflected light in two parameters, the time delay and the magnitude of the light we scatter back. And it provides microns resolution of cross-sections of biological tissues. And here's a cartoon here. You can see here, this is ultrasound, right? You can compare to the ultrasound. When you shine the light into the eye, you have a kind of time delay between each reflected light from each tissue of the eye. And then you have this magnitude. So the OCT is kind of calculate the time delay and magnitude and display as measures for you. Here, however, if you compare with ultrasound, the OCT have much higher speed. It contains more than like million times faster. Using light requires ultra-fast time resolution, and it's non-contact. It provides higher spatial resolution and deeper penetration, and has higher light scatter and absorption in almost all biological tissues. That's different between ultrasound. And here, if we would like to draw the schematic representation of OCT, a little bit more sophisticated, here's the light source. You can shine the light to the beam splitter, and the beam splitter is going to split the light half into the reference mirror and half into the eye. And then you have the reflected measurement beam back for the detector, and the detector will compare to the reference mirror light for composite images. Here is more sophisticated, but it's the same thing. Well, here you have the light source, and here the beam splitter, 50-50. Part of it into the eye and part to the reference mirror. And here the light is getting back for detection with computer. Here's the evolution of OCT. The old time we have time domain OCT, and then it evolved into spectral domain OCT, and then swept source OCT. There's a little bit of difference between spectral domain OCT and swept source OCT. I don't want to bore you with all the details, but in fact, the swept source OCT is kind of have higher wavelength. It can penetrate the tissue more deeper, and it's gonna make more resolution. I mean, better resolution compared to spectral domain OCT. Here's the nomenclature of OCT images based on the international nomenclature for OCT meaning. Actually, we can clarify each lens in the retina using OCT machines. But, well, this period is not for interpretation of OCT, right? So, I'm going to skip all these slides, but I'm going to show you some of the artifacts that you may encounter when you perform OCT before cataract surgery. Here's the important issue that I'd like to share with you. It is the outer flexiform layer. If you take a look at the image A here, you can see the magnification of the area here as a B. You can see this is the outer flexiform layer. It's kind of thicker than it used to be. It should be like thinner than this. This is because of here we contain the helic fibrous layer, and the helic fibrous layer here is kind of not perpendicular to the light source, because the light source is going to come to the eye this way, right? And the helic fiber is kind of it aligned along the light source, so it's kind of reflected less in normal retina. But you tilt the eye a little bit, you're going to see like here the outer flexiform layer is kind of it's getting like thinner. This is normal, right? And this is normal as well. But you get it kind of thicker than normal because of how it's oriented of the helic layer, where the light shines into the eye. Here you're gonna have the same thing. If you have retinal detachment, you're gonna have the kind of helic layer here, outer flexiform layer, which is thinner. Here as well. You have a kind of retinal irregularity because of the drusen and the light. Here are some artifacts that I'd like to share with you as well. All these are artifacts from research. It's going to cast shadow to the underlying tissue of the retina. And here, if you have perineal hemorrhage, it's going to cast shadow for the underlying tissue as well. And here's interretinal exudation. It's the same thing. It's cast shadow to the underlying retina. And in some cases, it's not like hyper-refractive, but it's hyper-refractive. Here you have the GA here, and you can see the hyper-reflectivity of the choroid because of the lost retinal tissue here. It's higher or excessive penetration of the light on the OCT machine. And here, if you have retinal detachment, if the retina is tilting, you're going to see a kind of like hyper-reflective of underlying tissue as well. This is kind of artifact. Right? We don't think there's no choroid here. And also you may see a kind of virtual images overlapping the real images. Here's a case of SRI halitosis. Here's actually is the real images of SRI halitosis when it can cast shadow onto the retina itself. And here is the virtual images of the posterior vitreous cortex. Here's the real posterior vitreous cortex. You can see the refractiveness is different. And here's also the real image of the posterior vitreous cortex. And here's the reflection of the virtual image of the cortex. If you defocus the OCT, you're gonna have a kind of blur images. You may interpret this as a low reflectivity than usual, but actually this is a defocusing. And next I'm gonna talk a little bit about coexisting macular conditions and cataract. I think this is very important because you need to clarify these two conditions if they exist together. We have some medical macular conditions like AMD, DME, and RVO, which is quite common, and it may coexist with cataract quite often. And you have surgical macular conditions like epimacular membrane, retinal macular traction, or macular hole. I think we have two important concerns about this. Will cataract surgery worsen this condition before you have this patient getting to have cataract surgery? And will treating this condition worsen the cataract? Here are macular conditions which may change or worsen after cataract surgery. All the retinal vascular disease may be worsened after cataract surgery, like diabetic macular edema or retinal vein occlusion. And epimacular membrane, the membrane itself may not change much after cataract surgery, but well, it may cause some change in the retina itself. I'm going to show you later on. And retinal macular traction may change because the vitreous itself may change after cataract surgery. Once the vitreous changes, retinal macular traction may change after cataract surgery. And here are some conditions which may not change. According to the literature, AMD, well, there are many talks about AMD may be worse after cataract surgery, but if you review the literature, now it favors to be like cataract surgery may not involve the AMD. It may not cause AMD to be worsened. And macular hole and lamellar macular hole may not be worsened after cataract surgery. For management of coexisting surgical macular conditions and cataract, well, when you are certain that the condition attributed to visual loss, you may want to do combined cataract and vitreoretinal surgery, but you may not be able to do it yourself, right? You have to refer to a retinal specialist to do it. But when it is uncertain, I think this is a kind of controversial. You may want to do cataract surgery first. However, we have advantages and disadvantages of doing this. If you want to do cataract surgery first, well, it may be easier for you, right? Because you can do it. You don't have to refer patients. And the patient may get advantage because if the correct surgery can improve their vision, it's done. The patient just spend only one surgery, a cost of one surgery, that's all. However, if you like to do combined surgery, well, you cannot do it yourself, right? You have to refer to retinal specialists. But the cost for that surgery may be a lot more. And it's uncertain, so we don't know. Maybe the patient may get better by only 100 surgery because it's uncertain. It's always controversial issues. Well, there's advantages and disadvantages to discuss to patients. If you're uncertain that coexisting macular conditions involve in visual loss or not with the cataract. I'm going to show you some cases, I think some interesting cases. Well, this is the coexisting retinal vein occlusion and cataract, which are QT 2070. You can have a look at these retinal images. I'm sorry I don't have color image for you, but you can see the toxicity of the retinal vein here. This is a case of central vein occlusion, but it's kind of stable. But the patient definitely have 2+ nucleus corrosis, which are QT 2070. But you can see the macula is still okay, it's not very bad. Well, and there's some cysts here, but overall the retina is not affected. So, what's your management in this case? You want to do early cataract surgery? You want to do early cataract surgery? Or we want to do injection first? If that makes sense. So, we just want to maybe
combination.
Any other choice? Okay, so well, since this is pretty stable and the cataract quite obvious, we choose to do cataract surgery alone to this case. And this is 4 weeks after cataract surgery. The first 2 weeks is very good. Macula is still pretty stable. Which actually improved a little bit, but not much, maybe 20-40. But now, a month after cataract surgery, actually the macula is kind of thicker, right? Even before the cataract surgery, the acuity is still the same. This is called existing vein occlusion. So, what you're going to do at this point?
I would give NSAIDs, never neck.
Yeah. Any other choice? Want to do anti-VEGF injections? Can you do it? I think the cataract surgeon can do anti-VEGF injection. Want to do anti-VEGF injection? Yeah, okay. We do anti-VEGF injection to this patient, and it's getting better. Yeah, this is like 3 months after cataract surgery. We do 2 injections already, but it's not really like, well, there's still some cyst there, but it's getting better. Well, it's still like not very normal. It's okay. Here's another case. Okay, this is recent follow-up, 3 months after surgery, 2015. Here's another case. Nucleus sclerosis 2 plus, visual acuity 2040, coexisting epiretinal membrane. What you going to do to this case? You're going to do cataract surgery alone, or you're going to send over to retinal specialist to do combined surgery? You want to do combined surgery? Who wants to do cataract surgery alone? Who want to do combined, send to retinal specialist? So we should do the cataract surgery alone in this case. And after surgery, everything went well until like this is 6 weeks after cataract surgery. Visual acuity right after surgery is 2020, but now it's dropped to 2040. I think from the pattern here, you can say this is a case of Irvine gas syndrome. But there's a membrane there. Definitely a membrane there. So the membrane may be a precipitating factor of having Irvine gas syndrome. But the problem is, what you're going to do to this case at the moment? Do you want to giving NSAID? Who want to give an NSAID? Who want to do the membrane peeling? Send to the retinal specialist for membrane peeling? No. Who want to do anti-VEGF injections? Okay, yeah. Cataract surgeon prefer to use NSAID rather than injections. But for retinal specialist, we just do injections, and it's getting better by only 1 injection. Normally, if you have Irvine gas syndrome, it responds very well to anti-VEGF injections. Maybe 1 or 2 injections, and that's it. Here, this is like 3 years after surgery. Well, the membrane is there. The retina is still thickened, but the visual acuity is still very good. So we just decide to observe this patient. That's all. Here's another case, 2070 with coexisting vitreal macular traction. After surgery, 20/20 vision and the vitreal macular traction is kind of gone after the surgery. That's it for this case. Here's another case, 2100. Obviously, this patient has foveal schisis. You want to do cataract alone, or you want to send to retinal specialist to have the foveal schisis fixed as well. Actually, this patient went to see another doctor who wants to do the whole thing, the cataract surgery, including vitrectomy, membrane peel, LM peel, gas, and everything. But she came to me for seeking a second opinion. If you're in my place, what you want to advise this patient? Go ahead with the first surgery, or you want to do only cataract surgery? This is only after cataract surgery. Visual acuity is 20/25. Well, it's hazy because she's young, a little bit of PCO, but this is 2 years after cataract surgery. Well, the foveal schisis is still stable, and this is the other eye, it's the same thing. After the surgery, it's still stable for your schisis. This is not the case, lamella macular hole. This is 20/25, and after 5 years of observation, the hole is getting larger. The hole is getting larger. This is 5 years already. Now we should go down to 20/50. Cataract worsen as well. You want to do cataract surgery or you want to do combined with lamellar macular hole. In fact, if you take a look at the literature, there are two kinds of lamellar macular hole. This is a kind of traction. This is the appearance of traction in lamellar macular hole, and here's a kind of degenerative lamellar macular hole. But all these two kinds of lamellar macular hole, which activity is still pretty stable when you follow patients, even longer duration, it doesn't matter. It doesn't cause visual loss as much. So that patient, you may want to do only cataract surgery, and you may deal with the patient level. So in summary, retinal examination, especially macular assessment, is essential before cataract surgery. At least for visual prognosis expectation after surgery, but you may have to discuss with patient a lot more if you assess the macula and find something there before you go for surgery. And OCT images are becoming standard for macular assessment. And the thing is, well, if you find existing macular conditions with cataract, it should be assessed carefully before you make a decision for treatment to those patients. I think this is for me. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Paisan. To me, the